Welcome back. My name is Taryn King. I'm joined by Sarah Febo. Sarah, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you, Taryn?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And we are live here at the State Netball Hockey Centre from Parkville for coverage of the Mixed Open Division. We have Victoria and New South Wales and a top-of-the-table clash here. We've got second versus fourth. Victoria just playing that extra game and wins over ACT and WA. New South Wales with the win over ACT, and both teams losing to South Australia. Look to be the team to beat so far. As we're going to run through the lineups here. So for Victoria, we've got Bryn Boys in goal shooter, Jess Black goal attack, Ash Smith in wing attack, Sam Dugan in centre, Remy Church wing defence, Cindy Ford in goal defence, and Harry Nelson back there in goalkeeper, who's been playing very well recently. Harry Nelson been showing a lot of promise in this mixed team. As Sarah's going to run through the New South Wales lineup for us.
We have got for New South Wales, Billy Smith is in goal shooter. We have got Sarah Caulfield in goal attack. We've got Hayden Jensen taking on in wing attack. Savannah Angelosi in centre. Alexandra Bolton in wing defence. We got Violet Westine in goal defence and Ben.
Boys takes the tumble out.
The Get Active Victoria app is an easy way to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals and track.
Sally is your local netball administrator. She receives daily messages from her umpires on her phone and Facebook. Mary just messaged, and Craig, Sam and Jane. Struggling with managing umpire rosters like Sally? The Time Umpire software allows you to take control.au.
Hi, I'm Paul, General Manager at Strapdoor. Here at Strapdoor, we're committed to providing high-quality sports tapes that keep up with the demands of athletes around Australia without breaking the bank. Every roll of tape we produce meets stringent quality standards, ensuring all athletes can perform at their best with reliable support and peak flexibility. And because we believe in the value of our products, we're offering an exclusive 30% discount offer for sporting clubs. It's the perfect time to experience the difference Strapdoor can make. Follow us on our socials for the latest offers and updates. We're here to support all athletes and clubs' journeys. Join our community and elevate your game.
Probably in the air for a bit too long as Angelosi now looking. Finds Bolton. Ball inside. Smith has got a really nice hold. Nelson looking for that tip on the shot.
I think it's going to be really important for Victoria to do that work off the edge of the circle, stop that ball getting there, stop that easy ball in.
So we see Church and Ford linking up through the middle of the court. Church trying to find again, but out of play as Dugan. Oh, and Black a miss fumble there. So New South Wales, early 4-0 run, and we're going to look to make it 5 and then possibly 6 with the centre. And it's a hard lead to come back from.
It is.
Contact call there, I believe, on Nelson. The arm in the body. And now it'll be Caulfield to come and take what I believe is her first shot of the game. A good finish there.
New South Wales with this next centre pass here. Give it over to Bolt. Straight into that pocket, which is...
Nelson with a tip at the body contact.
Really good touch there by Ford. Good transition down court by Victoria. Really quick into that goal third. Back to Church at the transverse line. Duggan working it to circle edge here. Just a reset from Black back to Church. Work to get that ball onto circle edge. Contact call outside the circle there.
So Smith now looking on the outside, finds Black and tries to pop that one over to Boys, and a good take there from Bryn Boys. So Victoria now on the board.
And with the next centre pass to follow.
So a good settler for them is Ash Smith, an experienced sort of utility player for the Victorians and the Geelong Cougars in the Victorian Netball League. Head coach Jared Murphy recruiting her last year. Come play in the Victorian team as Black puts in her first goal. So the Victorians now probably settled into this game. Going to look to now find some ball. As Jensen, long ball. Caulfield, I don't think she knew it was for her. As Ford knocks someone under the post. Another member of the Geelong Cougars Victoria Netball League team. As Smith really pinned Nelson next to the post there. As Jensen, long ball across, finds...
Smith Nelson trying to get around the body there.
It's Caulfield now. Shot is off. Nelson will just collect a pretty easy rebound, and now finds Ford out in transition. So a big long ball there from Harry Nelson. Swing across from Church to Smith now into Dugan in the middle of the court. Smith and Boys now on the move. Good swing ball. Saw Jess Black there in the space. That's going to be short. Maybe a tip on it from Weststein as Dugan nearly wins it back. That should be a replay ball call. It is.
Victoria have done really well at their transition play down the court. Just need to get it to circle edge and work that ball in.
Absolutely, as Smith and Dugan look to do that. As Boys just fumble there and foot over the line perhaps, as now Hamer's just taking a slow approach to this ball. Going to take his time, settle his teammates. Just finds Bolton on the circle edge. Boys with a tip. Bolton once again. So Bolton and Jensen seem to be the early ball carriers for New South Wales. Bolton through the defensive end and Jensen through the attack. As that shot is short there from Smith.
Great rebound by Nelson.
Indeed there, Sarah. Great rebound there from Harry Nelson. And offensive contact there from Dugan. Jensen positioning his body really nicely. He's able to draw that contact. Into Lozzie high ball. No contesting there from the Victorian defenders as Nelson.
Again, a good hand to that by Nelson.
I'll tell you what, that's something he's really good at, Harry Nelson. Just getting that vertical leap to tip the ball at its highest point away from the shooter as Caulfield puts up a nice little shot there. And Victorian centre pass. Here's Smith and Boys out of the circle. Takes a strong ball through the contact of Hamer and Bolton contacting Smith on the outside. So Boys and Black working together and Black sweeping the front really nicely. She left her last shot pretty short. We'll see if she can rectify that one here, and does.
Got there.
So good centre pass there as we see Stacey Gardner, assistant coach for this Victorian team. Really positive on the bench. Is Dave O'Hare looking for possible changes to make. There's a Lozzie long ball over. Finds Caulfield really nicely. That one just sneaks its way in as Nelson just sends that ball back. Smith long ball.
Really good depth on that centre pass from Black. Work the ball to circle edge here. Back to Black. Victorian throw in just on the baseline there.
To the outside. So Ash Smith will come up and take this. And early on, what's impressed me so far with this New South Wales defence, it's just been their ability to be so clean around the body. They've been getting tips and flying at balls pretty much left, right and centre. Winning ball for their team as Black looking to swing for Dugan. Great shooter rotation there, Black and Boys.
Great shot there from Black. Really good movement in that goal circle from Victoria that time there. New South Wales centre pass here.
We're just seeing a bit of a different goaling ring for Victoria this time. Normally it's Cawthron and Pantoni in there, but this time just switching up the female position. Obviously only having 3 men on court as Nelson with a tip.
Yes.
But Smith able to collect the shot. Collect the tip and put the shot up. And so Victoria just going for a bit of a different look as that ball slips through the hands of Ash Smith. So Sarah, you were saying before that you've played in different mixed teams in the past Victoria before. What's the importance of being able to almost strategise between where you put your men on court? Obviously, as we see Dugan and Jensen in that centre and wing attack position. It's
so important to recognise as girls, a lot of these girls play in the Victorian Netball League, and the way in which the boys and the girls play is so different. So being able to have that versatility and to adjust your game a little bit as well is so important in playing mixed. Those aerial balls that would work against the girls are probably not going to work here. So, it's about mixing things up and finding what works and just being versatile. I think that versatility is so important.
So as we see
Ford, great intercept. She read that so beautifully. Really good transition play again. Smith trying to get that ball onto the edge of the circle.
And just as you were saying, that versatility from Indy Ford, as you see Hamer high up the way arm, says the umpire on the contact. As you said, that versatility of Indy Ford there, she was pretty much stuck on the body of Billy Smith, but she was still able to get that tip in. So props to Indy Ford as that ball from Boys way over the top of the ring, so probably just needs to settle himself into this game as Jensen now finds Bolton. There looks to be a change waiting for New South Wales with a new centre on. Just trying to find out who that is. Caulfield steps back. Nelson with a tip over the top of Billy Smith. Does that change is made? Again, just trying to see who that is. It's Baker.
And really good transition play there from Victoria. Good depth down the court to work to Black to get that shot up and in.
Dugan finds Black, so great move there on the transverse line. Smith recovers that ball nicely. Ball tipped up by Westine, and there it is for New South Wales. Ball up again, and boys nearly had a crack at that one.
Plenty of turnover ball from both teams. I think it's just about which team's going to be able to convert those turnovers that they get during the game. As Victoria get another turnover there through Harry Nelson, throw in on that baseline there.
We're seeing a zone defence here from New South Wales as Jensen looked to pick off, didn't have the right angle. So he'll be able to play it. The zone will stay in place though in the back line here between Bolton and Westine. Smith finds Dugan nicely. Boys on the hold. That ball probably just over the wrong shoulder there for Boys.
Yeah. The option was definitely there, just maybe a little bit that execution of the pass.
So 11 minutes played here in this first quarter. Yet to make a change is Coach Dave O'Hare. Down by 4, so panic stations aren't being hit yet. Obviously early on in this game, but you don't want to let the lead get out too much as Jensen now has a free pass in the goal third as Jess Buck just goes over to have a word with her coaches. Is that ball over the top?
Great contest there. Really putting that pressure on.
As the zone defence will come back now for New South Wales. You see you see Bolton and Westine with their hands right up in the air. Boys just moving along that baseline. Good swing ball. Here is Black. Dumping that ball off, and Boys is able to catch and control and balance and put that shot up and in, which is good for him considering that last one he shot was way over. So here's Caulfield now through Baker. Looking around, a lot of reset options here for New South Wales. They've gone back to go forward a fair bit here in this opening quarter. Caulfield, Jensen, strong take through the body contact of Nelson, who was late to the ball. He did see it coming, but just didn't get to move in time. There's now Ford's got a lot of work to do with 2 in there. And they opt for Caulfield, and Nelson a swipe at it over the top. So good goal. That lead remains at 4.
Victorian centre here.
Long ball.
Really good hand to the ball from Ben Hamer there. Good footwork. Bolton's given away that contact on the edge of the circle, so Smith with that pass right on circle edge.
Boys is there with the hold. Knew the space where he had and put that ball in perfectly, did Ash Smith. And now that 3-goal lead, as we just see it bouncing between 3 and 4, is Church and Dugan both defending Jensen, Jensen rather. Maybe identifying him as the primary ball carrier. My goodness, my words just aren't coming out today. And Nelson, tip over the top of Billy Smith.
Great contest again by Harry Nelson. He's getting hand to a lot of ball out there. Really good and beautiful transition down the court by Victoria to finish that one off with a goal. That one really deserved to be finished off. That was great footwork and elevation from Harry Nelson there. As Christina Bryce takes the court in goal shooter for New South Wales. A breaking call against Victoria here.
Bolton, not a whole lot on. Has to go back. Hamer nearly went offside, but through the contact of Boys, so the umpire may have let that one slide as that ball's up for Bryce. Just missing the spaces there, Abby Baker, and Nelson, props to him for maybe throwing that space off a bit.
So interestingly, New South Wales here have elected to just have the 2 boys on court at the moment. So 2 boys, 5 girls on court.
Contact call there on Caulfield, I believe, as there is a male shooter up on the bench.
Looking to make that change.
I believe that's Charlie Fortin in there. Looking to come on as Dugan just balances and finds Ford. And now that is some pretty good ball movement as Black is absolutely collected there by Westine, and she saw Maybe a bit of a corky there. She looks really sore, Jess Black does. Boy's trying to find a good position. Black is just going to put that shot up with Boy's not in the right spot. But he's in the right spot for that rebound. Because that one is sent over, and strong rebound there, Westine. So the Victorians just not able to convert in the goal ring. They are getting there enough, just their shots are missing. Tip from Dugan and Smith. Ball up for Bryce. Is a good one. That shot, maybe she's been put off by that vertical leap of Nelson as Bolton hits that one out of bounds with 10 seconds to go now. Church alert to the time, long ball to Boys. So running out of time, swing ball. Boys trying to, no, that's not the ball there for Smith and Boys. Nelson needs to be aware that this ball's coming in, and there it is.
Quite a frenetic end to that quarter there, Taryn.
Absolutely, of course, South Wales. So it's been a bit.
The Get Active Victoria app is an easy way to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals and track your progress.
Sally is your local netball administrator. She receives daily messages from her umpires on her phone and Facebook. Mary just messaged, and Craig, Sam and Jane. Struggling with managing umpire rosters like Sally? The Time Umpire software allows you to take control with ease.
Hi, I'm Paul, General Manager at Strapdoor. Here at Strapdoor, we're committed to providing high quality sports tapes that keep up with the demands of athletes around Australia without breaking the bank. Every roll of tape we produce meets stringent quality standards, ensuring all athletes can perform at their best with reliable support and peak flexibility. And because we believe in the value of our products, we're offering an exclusive 30% discount offer for sporting clubs. It's the perfect time to experience the difference Strapdoor can make. Follow us on our socials for the latest offers and updates. We're here to support all athletes and clubs' journeys. Join our community and elevate your game.
Welcome back to the Stand-Up Hockey Centre here at Parkville. We're back here with coverage of the mixed open division between Victoria and New South Wales. We've seen a couple of changes for Victoria as Joel Gosbell has replaced Sam Dugan in the centre bib as that ball flies over the sideline. It remains the same otherwise though for the Victorians, and New South Wales remain the same as they were at the end of the quarter as we see the change in the shooting circle, Bryce and Fortin. So an early turnover for the Victorians is what they needed. They've got that 2-goal deficit to try and win back. But a good turnover early on means that they will be able to do that. As Sarah and I were talking in the break, as a lot of recruitment has been done by head coach Jared Murphy in terms of this mixed team. A lot of Victorian Netball League players have been introduced into the lineup, as Jess Black is a mainstay. She plays for Gippsland, as does Shannon Blackman. And a footwork call there from Ash Smith. So a lot of work has been done in terms of trying to bolster the female presence of this mixed team, as typically we've seen Victorian teams, or mixed open teams anyway, struggle in the tournament after they made the grand final last year against this New South Wales team, which is missing a key component. Paddy is not playing this year, I believe. Must be happily enjoying retirement as we see Gosbell and Church there flying for a ball. Baker looking, Nelson flying. Or Ford, gee, really swinging the ball into Charlie Fortin's chest there.
Ford and Nelson, they've just worked really, really well together, complemented each other really nicely in that circle, and have a really good combination going there.
Absolutely, Nelson controlling the skies, Ford controlling the floor. As Black has a penalty here. Boys just trying to find the right position, and that's it there. Bryn Boys puts that shot up and in.
And really important for Victoria to convert on that turnover as Victoria take the centre pass here. 1 goal down in this second quarter.
Absolutely, as we see Smith now and Gosbull swinging that ball over to Smith, and there's Black that ball swung to as an offside call against Bolton, I believe. Is now Black, and Boys has got 2 on him. Bryn Boys, a member of the Boroondara Thunder M-League team, my teammate. As Smith swings that ball to Gosbull. Black in the front space, tipped away by Hamer.
Victoria trying to use some angles to just open up that space in that goal circle there. Just New South Wales getting a tip to that one.
Yeah, that ball's gone over, and Weststein's done a great job so far on Jess Black. He's a pretty dynamic goal attack in there for the Victorians, and her impact has been curbed here in the first 2.5 minutes of this second quarter after she was pretty good in that first. Just waiting to see if any changes are going to be made for the Victorians. Only the one so far, Gosbull for Dugan. Or replay call maybe missed there by the umpires. Weststein maybe getting away with one there. Is Bolton now. Mine's Baker, and Black is talking to her bench. Looks like she may have a sore finger as Bridget Ryan now is going to come on into the goal attack. She's really holding her finger here. It could be quite sure what's going
wondering if Black has a little injury there that's forced her to come off the court.
As Bryce puts in that shot, just Black's in a real bit of bother here.
New South Wales centre pass here.
Try and keep you updated on that one. Sorry to cut you off there,
You're fine. There's obstruction call in that circle by Ford.
Now Fortin for what I think is his first shot, and he nails. So Victorian centre pass, need a score here, down 3, and Bridget Ryan, her first moment on court as that ball pinpoint to Bryn Boys, and he pops that in. So good start for Ryan on court. As Black is just being attended to by the physio here for Victoria. Contact called there on Ford. Bryce just instructing Fortin to come into the ring on the outside. Bryce finding the body real nicely in the front space, and mid-range shot for her is short. That ball smacked into the post, falls out of bounds. I think it was off the hands of Fortin. So it goes Victoria's way. And Jensen all for an obstruction on the outside. Jess Black is in a real lot of pain there on the sideline, Sarah. So the game might be over.
Looking quite uncomfortable on the sideline there. Victoria try to work that ball to circle edge. Good.
Gosbull off balance, able to find Smith and Boys there on the hold, really strong. Once he finds his spaceman, Boys, he's able to do a lot of damage there. As Ryan, tip away there from Weststein.
Ryan not wanting to shoot that shot, so we're going to reset and start again, work that ball in again to that circle.
Gosbull finds Ryan there, splitting in the front space real nicely. Bridget Ryan, first shot,
Beautiful
first goal.
Finish on that shot, and we're back to a 1-point ball game here on court 11 with the Victorian centre pass. Gosbull finds Ryan.
Ryan, that ball, freaking contest. Gosbull came down with it really strong in the air, Joel Gosbull. Another one of my Boroondara Thunder teammates. Seems like we're full of them here.
Bridget Ryan, she drew that contact there from Ben Hamer. So Boyce will have another shot at goal here to level the scores. 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this quarter here, and we're at 12 all. New South Wales centre to come.
So a nice goal there for the Victorians, levelling this game up. As you said, Sarah, with 9 minutes to go. As Fortin there in the pocket, swinging that ball. That's probably too far away as it comes to us here at the commentary desk. Centre third, so Indy Ford will take this one. As I get my first touch of the day.
Put that down as a little assist for you, Taryn.
Yeah, a little stat for me as Fortin crashes into Church. Umpire lets it go. Church is on the floor.
That was quite a big contest there. Umpires called time here.
Worse for wear, Remy Church, although she's up and about, so seems to be okay.
Umpire's just calling for that floor to be wiped before we get play back underway here.
Just going to take this opportunity to check the scores across the court. South Australia currently leading West Australia in the mixed division as well, 23-17, and Queensland beating the ACT 22-6. So
beautiful drive by Jensen to the pocket there, and a beautiful ball in.
Fortin off balance.
Gospel collects the crumbs there and draws an offside call. So Nelson will take that ball inside the circle just to reset.
Nelson finds Gospel really strong there on the drive, and Church and Smith coming together. Here's Ryan popping that ball up again, probably in the wrong space there. Boys had a good hold, but just missing the space as Gospel rolled the ball and his boys started running away.
Bit of miscommunication there on that one through the Victorian attackers. New South Wales look to move that ball down court. Boyce with a good tip on that ball, and we've got a Victorian throw in on that sideline. Ben Hamer not quite happy with that call, thinking there was a contact there. Ball to Gospel, who gets it to Ryan. Back to Gospel, just being quite patient here, the Victorians. Good slow patient build up.
There's Smith, Ryan along the baseline, not given. So Gospel now, obstruction called. Smith there on the circle edge. Baker.
Good front hold there from Bridget Ryan. Looks to pass off to Boyce.
Boys, Ryan's there again, not used. There's Boys in the front space. Someone just needs to put this up and in for the Victorians, and Boys does so. So there's the lead now for the Victorians. First time, I think, for the game.
Yeah. New South Wales also looking to make a change here in that wing attack position.
Absolutely. It's Mitch McBurney looking to come on into that wing attack role, giving Jensen a bit of a break, and Ryan pops that one over for Boys. Mid-range shot for him. He's got his eye in. That's short, though. Smith
on the edge of the circle gets that rebound.
Boys, second time of asking, nails it. So this game is coming to a head here. There's 10 minutes to go in the first half, and this game's going to have some pretty good implications on the standings as Victoria look to maintain and...
Really good cover on that drive along the baseline by India Ford there.
Contact there on Nelson. He knew it was coming. Just pat on the back for Christina Bryce. Smith's back on. Gives and goes. Nelson was really too slow, and McBurney, don't really know what happened there.
I think he was looking at a replayed ball if he picked that one up again.
Baker
really good defence by the Victorians there, and a tip by Joel Gospel.
Gee, this is great defensive for the Victorians. They're making it easy at all. Christina Bryce too far out for her. Gospel tip, and Nelson's got it.
I think the defence from the Victorian team has really stepped up in this second quarter, nice and tight on, forcing those errors from New South Wales. There really is not an easy avenue into the goal circle.
We're seeing a lot of long resets here all the way back. As Ford, Gospel took that between three defenders.
And he's done really well there to draw all the defenders in. So we've got a 2-on-1 situation in that goal circle now. Bridget Ryan in that front space, putting that shot up.
Over the top, so no call there as umpire was happy with what she saw as that long ball goes away for Bolton. Gospel hits the floor. Baker looking, Hamer's talking to his coaches. Bolton finds Baker through the contact of Gospel. Long held there from the Victorians, so they wanted held, didn't get it. McBurney swings it. They're in good spots here, the Victorians, as Smith will shoot over the... Nelson does. Church hits the floor off McBurney.
Good settler for New South Wales. They really had to work hard for that goal there.
So now Bridget Ryan. Hamer probably...
I think that unfortunately that was a step, but that ball in was really drawn by Smith. She took the defender and she drew Ben Hamer out of the circle by just continuing that long drive, which then opened a nice easy pass into Boyce. Just unfortunately a footwork call outside the circle.
And a delay penalty. Bryn Boys just rolling that ball too far away. And tip there from Smith. Bolton able to compose herself. Now Smith finding Baker. Bryce off the body. Very nicely done there from Christina Bryce. And puts it in to level this game back up at 14 apiece with 4.5 to go. McBurney trying to get off the line. Church had a fly. Get it. Long ball for Smith. So maybe Nelson had a crack.
He saw it. He definitely saw it, and he went to have a go, just timing off a little bit. Gives away the obstruction just inside the circle.
So penalty inside. Bryce will set a hold here on Indy Ford. Not used. Smith just plays himself in again. Misses this time, so probably could have given off to Bryce. That one retrieved by Baker. Ball to the baseline. Good tip there by Nelson out of bounds. So we see a lot of good defence here from both teams in a low-scoring game. Only 14 goals apiece, Sarah.
I think that really does speak a lot about the defensive pressure of this game. Lots and lots of turnover ball. Really, really good pressure from both teams.
So we see Goswell now on the centre. Finds Ryan. Finds Goswell again, and now Smith coming up through the hands. Smith back to Goswell now. Long ball up for Boys. Just making sure he knows what foot he lands on this time, and Boys puts it in.
Really good placement on that pass into Boys by Joel Gospel there. As New South Wales centre pass.
Baker, Nelson's coming. McBurney. Well done there from Mitch McBurney. Was able to pull it in. Nelson was coming hard for him. It's Goswell now. Finds Church through the middle of the court. Great ball there through the hands of the New South Wales defence.
New South Wales are just setting up a box down here in their defensive end, so the Victorians just have to slowly work through this.
Ryan turns, shoots, long shot. Hamer pulls in the rebound off the miss. And Baker now finds Wetstein. Good there from Bolton. Great take as Church hit the
Offensive
floor.
contact from McBurney on Church here. Church find Gospel. Gospel in the middle of the court here. Back to Church. Bridget Ryan opening up the court there.
So contact call there from Hamer over the top of Boys. So Ryan will have this ball. Boys to set a hold. Ryan will probably look to dish this one off after missing the last few. There is that pass to Boys. Good screen there from Ryan. She's getting a lot of body contact there from Hamer, but uncalled, and Boys wins that ball straight back.
We love it when a goal shooter gets an intercept.
Absolutely we do. As Ryan fumbling around, taking penalties, so Bolton now.
Just on the sideline, Victorians looking to potentially make a few changes with Shannon Blackman with that centre bib on and Sam Dugan with that wing defence bib on.
So shot here for Billy Smith over the hands of Indy Ford. Puts it in, makes it 17-15. Centre pass now. McBurney just directing traffic here on the line. Those changes looking to be made pretty quickly. It will have to be Blackman for contact there from Bryce. On Bryce from Nelson. It's got to be Goswell that comes off first. And Smith looks to put up a longer shot. Puts it in very nicely. So Goswell and Dugan won't be able to get onto the court until Goswell makes way for him. So Church finding Goswell, and Church once again. Everyone running away. Smith pulls that ball in nicely with the one hand, and Goswell now finds Boys and swing. Someone's going to go for the Victorians. Both going to the front space. Bolton with the contact there on Goswell. Ryan coming to the front. Hamer in a good position to contest both the front and back ball. Ryan this time nails it. So a good reliever for her. Just see 25 seconds to go. 18-16 New South Wales favour. Smith looking. Subs will have to wait till the second half to come on. Weststein high ball. Tipped away there by Ash Smith. 13 seconds to go and counting. So the New South Wales are going to be pretty quick here. Billy Smith. Bryce is going to try and get a hold on. Nelson probably could have gone with two hands there to totally prevent a score, but there's the goal for New South Wales right at the end of the first half. So that'll end a pretty fiery second quarter there, so finishing at 19-16.
The Get Active Victoria app is an easy way to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals and track your progress for your app today.
Sally is your local netball administrator. She receives daily messages from her umpires on her phone and Facebook. Mary just messaged, and Craig, Sam and Jane. Struggling with managing umpire rosters like Sally? The Time Umpire software allows you to take control with ease. Check out timeumpire.com.au.
Welcome to TLC Health Clubs. With gym equipment of the highest quality, exhilarating workouts and world-class coaching, we'll help you reach your fitness goals. There's also a pool and sauna for whenever you want to dive in or sweat it out. Join today and live your best life with TLC.
Welcome back to coverage of this mixed open game between New South Wales and Victoria. I'm Taryn King, joined by Sarah Faber if you're just joining us. New South Wales with a slim 3-goal lead over Victoria, 19-16, and just some shooting stats to start. Jess Black, currently 5 from 7. Christina Rice, 1 from 3. Billy Smith, 5 from 6, so sharp shooter for him. Bryn Boyd, 7 from 9. Bridget Ryan came on towards the end of that game, that quarter.
Couple of changes on court here. So we've got, from Victoria, we've got Anne Stone in the goal shooter, Black still in goal attack. Oh, Braz, we get a breaking call then. We've got Smith in wing attack. Blackman has come onto the court in centre with Dugan into wing defence. India Ford and Nelson remain in the defensive end for Victoria.
And for New South Wales, we've got still Christina Bryce and Billy Smith in there in the goaling ring. McBurney's moved out to centre. I believe that's Baker in at wing attack.
Just a footwork call there.
Bolton in wing defence, Weststein in goal defence, and Callum Price for the first time on quarters. Nelson swats that ball out of the goal third as Dugan collects. And so Cal Price comes on to for the first time on court in goalkeeper. Sorry, got myself off as Ford now finding Dugan really tucked away on that far sideline. There's a replay call there from Dugan. McBurney, I think, calling for the ball to be changed. There is a spare ball sitting on the scorer's desk on the opposite side there.
Quick restart of play there from Baker. She finds Bryce. Contact call on India Ford.
Ball swings over just over the top. So Christina Bryce just hasn't really found her range or the pass so far today. She did start off, so we'll give her a bit of a break on that one. Blackman now out of position with that ball swinging around. They have some pretty hard hands to look around Billy Smith and Christina Bryce as Black finds Blackman. So Stone and Black, a different shooting circle now for the New South Wales defenders to look at. Black loves operating in that front space as we see just there. Smith now ball side. Hold there, Daniel Stone able to keep it in over the head of Blackman. Offside call there from Alexandra Bolton. Daniel Stone's got that sort of awkward hold to him. He does, Sarah, as that ball over the top for him.
Beautiful fake there from Black to just really draw the defenders and find Stone under the post there, and he finishes that off.
So he's pretty good at finding those contact calls as that sort of almost awkward-like hold that he has. McBurney finds Baker and he's moving Dugan out. It's McBurney now in the middle of the court, finding Westine and Baker connecting as she so often has today.
Baker just doing a ton of work on the outside of that circle there to just constantly be an option.
And that's a second offensive contact on Mitch McBurney. Probably something for him to address. As Black through the front space, contact called on Cal Price, and Black to put that shot up and over. Contact on the rebound, Price again out of play, but Stone will take this one. Then Stone leaves it short, Price able, contact again there on McBurney. As Blackman probably should have given to Black the first time of asking. Stone, great split on the baseline. Probably won't make that mistake twice. In fact, he didn't extend this time. He put it over. McBurney looking. Price. Bolton back to Price. So really good defensive pressure here for the Victorians. Right up the court, the offensive end, doing a mountain of work.
Having to work really hard here in New South Wales to get that ball down court. They finally make it over the transverse line there. Bolt Baker into Bryce, into that goal circle.
Finds McBurney. Obstruction call there on Dugan. So Ford in the front space on Smith. Nelson just jumping at everything, Harry Nelson. Oh, we get another tip. Baker.
It's getting quite physical down there in that goal circle.
Absolutely. Nelson doing a really good job. The attacker's just trying to body on, and McBurney, another contact. He's going to be spoken to by the umpire here, I think. Time is just held.
Didn't quite look like he was going the ball then. McBurney maybe just found the body instead. So he'll be out of play on this one here.
Finds Blackman, and Price contact there on Jess Black, and Stoney trying to set up in the front space as that ball just gets rolled around to him. And Stone drops that ball in. So centre pass here for the Victorians. Blackman to get us started, finds Black. Now Stone up out of the circle, so probably needs to find his way back in. It's Blackman now finding Dugan. Shannon Blackman almost wasn't ready for that one. Black all the way back to Dugan. So a lot of work being done on the reset options here as Smith now finds Black, who will put this shot up. No, she won't. Obstruction call. Now this time she'll put it up and in. So good finish there from Jess Black, levelling this game up as we're going to see a change in the wing defence bib. Bolton will come off.
Victoria have scored the first 3 goals of this quarter. New South Wales yet to score. Levelled the scores up here. So New South Wales look to work the ball into the circle.
A lot of physicality, as you were saying here, Sarah. Smith's shot is rimming around and good as we've seen a change. Just trying to see who that is. I do believe it is Wayne Boyle, I think, in the wing defence bib now for New South Wales. Smith held that one for a long time.
It's O'Brien in that New South Wales wing defence position. She's come on for Bolton.
So we see the Victorians, they're holding on to the ball for a pretty long time. There's a contact call there. Here's O'Brien, as you said, so. Someone who I did not have on my prepared list, but...
Maybe she's wearing a different dress. Maybe it's not her.
As Stone now look to put in another. Dan Stone, good from him.
New South Wales centre pass with scores tied at 20 apiece here in this third quarter. Really good cover on that centre pass by Ford. McBurney having to go back. O'Brien. Back to McBurney at the transverse line.
Ball goes up. Nelson had a look.
Read that really well. And Victoria calls that turnover on the baseline of New South Wales. Harry Nelson to take that throw in. Really good job of just confusing the space there, Victoria. I think all started by Harry Nelson coming out and having a hunt for that ball. Victoria looked to transition the ball into attack.
Yeah, the connection now for New South Wales, their attack end, has just faltered a bit here in this third quarter. Just not the connection that we saw in the first half, and it's just what's letting Victorians into this game as McBurney got a tip and Blackman knocks that one out. McBurney, game face well and truly on here in the middle of the court. Price finding O'Brien. Newest person on court. Here is McBurney. Looking for Baker on the sideline. Now up for Billy Smith. Bryce on the opposite side of the circle. Just trying to find some body here. Because I think McBurney must have been pushed offside. Umpire must have missed it. Or I've called that wrong. O'Brien. Smith,
really,
fumble.
as you said, Taryn, New South Wales just really struggling with their connections here to get that ball in, having to do a ton of work to get that ball even to circle edge. Not quite what we saw in the first half.
McBurney, here's Smith in the front space. Now puts that shot. That one's missing over the back, and Nelson with a strong rebound. Dugan and Smith connecting once more, as we've seen plenty of times. Here's Stone out of the circle. Needs to look to get in as Smith. That ball was probably going to go out. Billy Smith could have just left that one go. And Indy Ford just chases that one down and gives it to Shannon Blackman to get him started. Ball in, tipped over by Weststein.
Throw into Victoria on that baseline. Stone draws that contact.
So Black will come up and take this. Stone setting up in the front space. So Black needs to hit it. She doesn't. Because Stone sat up in front there, just put himself in not a position to rebound as McBurney and Price working together in this defensive third. Lots of good pressure here for the Victorians. New South Wales finding it hard to get it up the court. Contact there on Ash Smith, so giving them a break. Here's Price all the way up. Big smile on his face.
I have to say, Taryn, I'm really impressed with the work that Baker's doing. She's doing a truckload of work on the outside of that circle to try and get that ball to circle edge from New South Wales. Baker working again. Resets, goes to do that give and go, draws that contact from Dugan.
So we see this will come back. Baker for Dugan as we've seen a change in the centre bib. It's Angelozzi back on. McBurney will come and take a seat and Jensen will come back on into wing attack, I'm assuming. There's a jump. No, perhaps no change.
Victorian centre pass here. Black takes that ball just over the transverse line. Black finds Dugan.
So New South Wales just going to stick... Oh, no, Jensen has gone into the rolling subs area, so... I was about to say they're sticking.
Footwork call there on Stone. So New South Wales will look to get that ball down. Jensen in wing attack.
Here's Westain. Long ball over for Angelozzi. Finds Smith in the front space. Drops that ball in for Bryce. Drops that into Smith. So there's the connection we were talking about. Maybe starting to restore itself as New South Wales take a 2-goal lead. Angelozzi finding Smith on centre pass. Long three again. Black thought she had the tip, but no. This ball will come back and Westain going to take it. Ball up for Billy Smith in there. Jensen is back on and refreshed and ball up in the air.
Really good placement of that pass from Jensen into Bryce as Bryce looks to put that shot up.
A great finish there, Christina Bryce. Trying to find her range in this game. She's been unable to so far. Here's Blackman on centre pass. Strong defence, hands over by Angelozzi and Black. Finding Dugan. Everyone seems to be running away. Stone, the only one coming up to the ball. Finds Blackman. Jess Black in the front now. Steps back and dishes it off to Smith. Contact there from O'Brien. O'Brien just getting called around the body a bit. Here's Stone. Price short on the jump. So 10 minutes played here in this, 11 minutes played here in this third quarter, and premiership quarter that it is. So going to be an interesting finish to this third quarter, let alone the game. Major Lozzie looks for O'Brien now, and Jensen through the middle. Goes back, so a lot of backwards to go forwards here as O'Brien didn't have Price on that side of her where she thought he was. Lots of contact. So body contact and bodies flying everywhere here in this one, Sarah. Seems to be the trend of these nationals is when this game gets laid forward with a touch.
Last came off that New South Wales player, so Victorian throw in on the baseline. You're right, Taryn, lots and lots of physicality this nationals across all age groups. No easy balls. As Duggan transitions down the court, he finds Smith, who finds Black in the centre of the court.
And still bounce pass there to Blackman. Stone just came off the hole. Probably was touched too early there. Blackman thought the space was where it wasn't.
Just maybe force that one in a little bit as New South Wales look to come down the court.
So O'Brien now just settling the team. One's Weststein and Jensen there drawing the contact from Sam Dugan. So Jensen and a quick ball in. Bryce Nelson possibly with his eyes down.
This
Bryce.
last kind of 4 minutes, I think New South Wales seem to have found those connections. Perhaps after halftime, just taking a little while to settle back in. They're doing a really good job of finding that post. Blackman looks to work the ball to circle edge. She finds Smith, who goes back to Blackman. Really good rotation in there from the Victorian goalers.
And Price saw the goal coming. Black able now over the top finds
Beautiful
Stone.
fake there by Black to find Stone under the post, who finishes that one off with a goal. We've got a New South Wales centre. 2 goals the difference here with 2 minutes and 46 seconds to go.
Read that centre pass like a book. So Indy Ford able to win some ball back for the Victorians as Remy Church has been reintroduced into the wing defence bib, and Joel Gosbell waits to come back on into centre as Jensen.
Ford again really working hard to get that ball to transverse line as we see a change with Shannon Blackman going to the bench and Joel Gosbell coming back onto centre.
Great body work there by Joel Goswell and drawing the obstruction call, so good from him. He's returned to the court, and Black over the hands of Price. It drops in. So 1 goal of difference. Victorian centre pass now. As Victoria currently lead this quarter by 2 after being down 3 at half time. Here is Black now. Not a whole lot going forward, so it has to go back to Church now through Gosbell. Back to Church once again. No one really coming up. And off the hands of Gosbell.
Really good cover on that drive by Angelozzi. Maybe perhaps not the best pass to be given to Gosbell. So New South Wales look to head forward. Smith.
Swing, Nelson saw it. Did not get a touch on it, Harry Nelson.
Long cross-court ball there. Victoria get the turnover.
Time will be held here. And don't forget, this is a Victorian centre pass that is being played out. So chance to level the score. Approaching 3/4 time, and
New South Wales look to set up a little bit of a zone box defence.
Nelson just flying through, receiving that ball, and Victoria's having a really hard time getting through this box and zone of New South Wales as Church and Jensen gets bowled over by Joel Gosbell. There's just bodies everywhere.
Really great screen there by Daniel Stone, and really good vision there by Joel Gosbell to find Black over the top, who finishes that one off. Got scores level again. No team can really break away, Taryn, here.
Not at all, as this game is leveled back up, and O'Brien finding Jensen, and this game is just seesawing back and forth. But
Beautifully read by Nelson.
So Victoria really gaining momentum coming into this last quarter here. They might be hard to catch if they can score their next centre pass as well as this turnover. As Gosbell, great ball there, threads the needle there for Smith. Not a whole lot on, has to go back to forwards. They might just settle for the 1 goal before halftime and then take the centre pass going into the last. They need to be smart. Smith, oh gee, made Jess Black work for it. Now tipped out by Price. 20 seconds, so they probably will just settle for the 1, Sarah.
Just have to be careful not to force that ball into Stone if Black isn't wanting to shoot. Just seeing where those defenders are. Have we got a tip from New South Wales? Victorian throw in just on that sideline, just outside.
They still need to be quick here. 10 seconds to go. Smith sort of just waited too long. Time's not going to be called, I don't think. 3 seconds. Black's just going to have to look for Stone here, and that's probably the worst case scenario there for the Victorians. They got the turnover, weren't able to capitalise. It will be of the three-quarter time break, but
The Get Active Victoria app is an easy way to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals today.
Sally is your local netball administrator. She receives daily messages from her umpires on her phone and Facebook. Mary just messaged, and Craig, Sam and Jane. Struggling with managing umpire rosters like Sally? The Time Umpire software allows you to take com.au.
Hi, I'm Paul, General Manager at Strapdoor. Here at Strapdoor, we're committed to providing high-quality sports tapes that keep up with the demands of athletes around Australia without breaking the bank. Every roll of tape we produce meets stringent quality standards, ensuring all athletes can perform at their best with reliable support and peak flexibility. And because we believe in the value of our products, we're offering an exclusive 30% discount offer for sporting clubs. It's the perfect time to experience the difference Strapdoor can make. Follow us on our socials for the latest offers and updates. We're here to support all athletes and clubs' journeys. Join our community and elevate your game.
Hello.
welcome back to the State Netball Hockey Centre. We are back for the final quarter between this mixed open clash between Victoria and New South Wales. And this game is going to have some pretty big implications on the ladder. Sarah, as if Victoria win this game, they'll solidify themselves in second position behind South Australia, who look to be the team to beat. As we've seen a couple of changes for Victoria, Pantoni and Cawthorey on for the first time today. I've said tonight twice now. As Liv Cawthorey, it's been pretty much the star of this Victorian goaling end for their first couple of games. She leaves that one short, however. It's always going to be tough coming on here in the last quarter and having to make an impact straight away, but we'll see how she can do.
A few changes from the New South Wales side as well. Ben Hamer finds himself back on court in goalkeeper. We've got Weststein still in goal defence. O'Brien remains in wing defence. Sandra Lozzie in centre. Jensen in wing attack. Caulfield's come back on into goal attack. And we have got a turnover for Victoria. Bridget Ryan takes that one.
Yeah, and as you said, Bridget Ryan back on in that wing defence bib. And Pantoni long hold on his shot, but nails it.
That was a great sweep around that front of that defender to get Pantoni that ball there.
Real captain shot there from Jared Pantoni. And this is going to be tough here. Bridget Ryan's going to have a pretty hard time in the wing defence bib. Trying to guard Jensen, who's been pretty good all day. As Smith got a touch, she's on the front hold. Jensen does well. As Nelson can't get that one, as we see Smith in the shooter bib and Caulfield in the goal attack bib. So Christina Bryce has taken a seat on the bench this last quarter. Probably wasn't able to find the range that she would have liked to. I think that was an unintentional deflection there by Weststein as a contact call on Jensen. So Bridget Ryan winning some ball. I said it's going to be tough for her, but that's a good start for her. Bridget Ryan, that'll be a confidence builder. As Gosbell finds Ford. Ford and Nelson remain unchanged in the defensive end. They've been absolutely amazing, as you pointed out already, Sarah, as this ball, we've got a stray ball over from Court 8, the men's open game. WA currently lead Queensland 44-41 as Gosbell contacted there by Angela Lozzie, and Pantoni through the front, Cawthorey in the back hole. That's not a lot of space to give that ball.
As Hamer comes up with that, or actually the ball went out of court there, so Hamer to take that throw in for New South Wales.
Cawthorey obstructing. They're in the goal third. Hamer Cawthray wasn't set out of play, so this ball will come back to Hamer. It's now Jensen, long ball, finds Caulfield just over the hands of Bridget Ryan and Caulfield.
You can see Nelson, he's just having eyes up, looking to hunt that ball across the circle. New South Wales have to be careful of that one. He is looking for that one as New South Wales lead by 1, their centre pass.
So a nice break there for New South Wales. Looking to break this game open now with their own centre pass as they go back to Weststein. Now through Jensen as we've seen a switch. Goswell trying to get onto Jensen as much as possible, and Ryan on Angelozzi. There's contact call there on Bridget Ryan. Nelson, a contact call there on Billy Smith. So I was about to say Nelson probably went a bit too early, but obviously was given a helping hand there by Smith. So Ryan will look to get open there and not use this time on transition as Smith draws the contact there from Hayden Jensen. Goswell finds Smith. Pentoni in the front space. Really well done there through the body contact. Finds Caulfield. Missed her first shot. That one a bit further out. Misses her second as well. Probably needs to find her range before taking a shot of that sort of magnitude. We're going to see Ben Hamer here as New South Wales currently lead by 1. Looked like an advanced penalty, I believe, for an intentional obstruction.
Really good contest there by Smith. Unlucky to get called for that contact there. New South Wales penalty in that centre third.
Here's O'Brien looking, goes over the top for Jensen. Ball now for Caulfield. Jensen opened himself up for the pocket. Billy Smith is trying to find a hold. Contact there on Indy Ford. Now Caulfield, that's a longer range shot, so she's trying to find Smith. Obstruction called on Harry Nelson, and Smith should put this one in and does. So Victoria now need to score on this centre pass. Down 2 currently. Have the ball though and the chance to bring it back down to 1. Ford looking around, not a whole lot on. Has Bridget Ryan, who fakes and eventually does give to Goswell. That looked like a replayed ball, not called. Ford.
New South Wales again just setting up a zone here as they go over the top. Really good ball in from Gospel.
And there's Caulfield now able to find her range.
Finishes that one off. New South Wales still up by a break with their centre pass to come.
Great defence there for the Victorians. No call on the held ball. The Victorians wanted it. Stacey Gardner, assistant coach on the bench, is really loud, trying to encourage her team to win some ball back because they need it.
New South Wales really struggling to get out of their defensive third. They find now Jensen.
Caulfield back to Jensen now. Ball up. Nelson's going to go for it. Harry Nelson.
He had been looking for that for a while. We said New South Wales had to be careful of that long ball.
Bridget Ryan, that was an interesting pass. It found Ford in the end, but it looked a bit close there from Billy Smith. Umpire calling advantage. Here's Pentoni, captain of this Victorian team. First time on the court. Looking to get in the front. Goswell almost looked like he didn't mean to release that one. Smith finding Goswell. Ball to Pentoni's a good one.
Really good use of the angles there by Victoria to just open up that space in that goal circle. Pentoni finishes that one off, and we've got a Victorian centre pass as New South Wales make a change. O'Brien comes to the bench.
Alexandra Bolton back on. There's a good hunt there from Ben Hamer. Contact call there on Liv Caulfield. Throw-in is called. Hamer held that one for a long time. Found Jensen through the middle of the court. So probably need to do a bit of a better job stopping him through the middle of the court. He seems to be the good link. As we see Stein and Jensen connecting now. The swing to Bolton. As Angelozzi just there. Nelson had a look. Now has to recover. Can't in time.
Really good ball in by Angelozzi. Saw the space. Really pinpoint pass there. New South Wales once again get the break, and they're up by 1 with their centre pass to come.
We see a few players, hands on knees, hands on hips. Smith, longer range shot, over the top, obstruction call on Indy Ford on the rebound though, so Caulfield will have a shot as the umpire just sets this penalty. It's all the way up here, so Caulfield probably won't make any mistake of this one and doesn't, so reinstates that 2-goal lead for New South Wales. With 8.5 minutes to go now, Goswell finds Pentoni. Now Goswell, Caulfield looking to come to the front and does. Swing ball to Smith, Pentoni's going to come and sweep. Contact is called on the inside there for Weststein. Caulfield's just trying to find a position on Hamer's body. Long shot, Pentoni. Big shot that one is. Caulfield probably wasn't in a position to rebound, so Pentoni knew he had to nail it and did.
Caulfield just has to be careful not to get caught on Ben Hamer's body. just keep moving off that, come off that body. Possession to Bridget Ryan. So Victoria get the turnover, look to work that ball down court.
Just needs to settle herself, Bridget Ryan, and does. Uses Ash Smith to do so. Here's Gosbell finding Cawthorne, and they've had that positional switch.
Really good play by Cawthorne. Did a really good job there, but Ben Hamer gets the rejection.
So great block there from Ben Hamer, and as we said at the break, so it's hard for shooters to come on and be able to make such a strong impact early on, as we've seen pretty good rotation amongst the New South Wales goaling circle as that 2-goal lead is reinstated once more. Victorians weren't relying on Pentoni and Cawthorne to come on in this last quarter and be able to pull back the deficit. Here is Pentoni. Cawthorne's in a nice position. Hamer putting off the shot nicely. Contact on the outside by Bolton. Ball up. Tipped by Westine. Gosbell's got it. No, contact called. So great defence there from New South Wales. As Jensen there, looks like he went over on his ankle. Seems to be okay. I think possibly the adrenaline running through now. He's Caulfield up over Nelson. And this will now be a 3-goal New South Wales advantage. Chance to make it 4. Time is being called here for Hayden Jensen.
Taryn, I think that Ben Hamer has come on and done a really good job of confusing that space down in the Victorian goal circle. He's turned over a lot of ball. Really, really good hands over. Victoria need to just find a couple of turnovers here and work that ball to post. Just settle themselves a little bit as Angelosi gets play underway. Westime finds McBurney, back to Angelosi.
In the front space is Smith. Threw that straight into the hand of Harry Nelson. That one just out of court off of him though. So throwing for New South Wales. 3 goals the difference. Where did that time go? 6 minutes to go here in the last quarter. Caulfield looking, finds Angelosi. Oh gee, that was a long time. Forward contact on Smith, and now Nelson's just going to set himself up to block Caulfield, but still give him a chance. No, Caulfield's going to come up and take this. So smart there from New South Wales. Caulfield didn't look confident on the shot, but nailed it. So here's Gosbell for the difference. Victoria need to score here if they want to stay in it. Here's Ryan, Smith, and now Cawthorne. Finds Gosbell. Pentoni's there in the front. Cawthorne's got a good hold on. Contact called there on Westine. Hamer trying to put Cawthorne off as much as possible. There's a contact, I believe, and Cawthorne puts that one up and in. So 3 goals now, 5.5 to play. Still anybody's game. And you'd think New South Wales just need to hold on to their own centre passes here. And here's Bolton and McBurney. This is a lot of crowd noise. That ball goes away. Angelosi collects. Smith on a good hold. Obstruction called by Ford. No, on Nelson rather.
On Nelson.
Contact there, so a free shot now for Caulfield. Makes no mistake. 5 minutes to play for the difference. New South Wales just trying to will their team over the line here. It's getting pretty loud around here. Court 11. It's Pentoni. Good catch and split, and shot is good.
Really good drive and really good ball placement from Gosbell there. 3 the difference, 4.5 minutes to go on court 11.
You see Stone looking to come on and make a difference. Nelson's going to come to the bench. Oh, that ball goes away from McBurney, and Ryan just lets it trickle out of bounds. So Nelson will now take this ball for Victoria, and they need that contact there from McBurney. And Ryan to take this on as Stone comes on for Nelson. So his first time seeing the bench today is Stone on into the defensive end as we saw him in goals before. His Cawthorne long shot. Hamer, look at that strong hand over.
Really nice shot from Cawthorne. Really good hands over from Hamer, but she was still able to finish that one off.
2 the difference, 4 to play. We're going to see what the Victorians can do here on their own centre pass. Here's Gosbell. Finds Smith, contact or time held, I think, for the ball on. And the umpire telling off those West Australian under-17s boys to keep their ball in their own court. So that ball swings across to Smith. Hamer, contact call on the inside on Pentoni. So Cawthorne on the hold. That's a long shot for Pentoni. He's probably going to look to dish this one off. That's not a good pass though from Jared Pentoni.
Ball placement on that one, not quite where it needed to be, but Victoria get a lucky escape with that one, with Pentoni to get that throw in.
Cawthorne just looking to try and get around. Hamer just shutting down that front ball, but Cawthorne A good hold, good release, and good shot. Keeps her team in it. And here come New South Wales. Chance to reinstate the 2-goal lead. Here's Caulfield. Finds Angelozzi, now McBurney. Stone, the new man in the defensive end. This stadium is loud here on court 11. Ball to McBurney through the middle.
Oh, really good contest then from Pentoni. Gets called for that contact. There's a bit of a crowd drawing here. Maybe the Victorians hoping that home crowd advantage will help get them over the line.
Got time held here for the ball change. McBurney was the one who called for it. Probably a bit sweaty with the ball. Penalty to be set here. Time will get going again. McBurney. Ball up for Smith. Contact there on the away arm by Daniel Stone. The Smith now for 2. Puts it in. Victoria just need to keep on scoring here. Here's Gosbull finding Pentoni. Gee, not a whole lot on. A lot of Victorians just running into traffic. Pentoni turned inside out. Here comes Bolton. Contact called. It's from the outside here. It's Gosbull. Pentoni trying to find a way to the front. Swing to Smith. Smith ball up for Caulfield. Tipped away. And New South Wales come away with the ball here. 2 minutes 20 to play here on court 11. So this change for Hamer in the goalkeeper bib has pretty much proved to be a masterstroke for the coaching staff of New South Wales.
Absolutely. He's done a great job of confusing that space. He's really been a leader down in that defensive end.
Back to Ben Hamer now. Looking. Not a whole lot on. Pentoni with the contact.
The Victorians trying desperately here to get that turnover ball.
I think that... Oh, that
forward.
Fumbled, collected by Caulfield. Minute 50 to go here. The Victorians need a turnover. Ruby Church is on into wing defence. Must have missed that one. McBurney, deep ball in. Unable to be collected. Here's Pentoni just taking his time. Someone could pick that up.
Draws the contact there. So we've got a 2-on-1 situation in that goal circle. Gospel plays it on quickly.
Caulfield, long shot. What a shot.
Sinks it.
Olivia Caulfield, what a shot. Keith Victoria in it, won the margin. Minute and a half to go. New South Wales centre pass. Here's Caulfield. Victoria become the masters of the close comeback. Here's Bolton Ford out of play. Interesting to see that David O'Hare went for Stone rather than Nelson here in the last bit. The crowd trying to get Victoria, will them over the line. Or Smith, nearly footwork call there. Swing ball, Angelozzi now finds Caulfield. Big shot here. No, dishes it off. Billy Smith. Long, good, big shot.
Victoria need to score this one, get that ball back to the centre and get that turnover as we've got an obstruction call on Bolton. Gospel to take that penalty.
Not long to go. Here's Pentoni. Massive shot over the hands of Hamer. Misses. Caulfield, strong rebound. She needs to be quick though. Olivia Caulfield's going to put that one in. New South Wales centre pass, one in front. What a low scoring, great defensive game. Time will be held for the ball.
We have got a one goal game here with 30 seconds to go. New South Wales centre pass.
Here's McBurney, first phase, long ball. Indy Ford nearly picks it off. Smith in the front space. Caulfield, Pentoni, contact call against Jared Pentoni.
Oh, unlucky.
McBurney now, they've just got to be settled here as Stone on the body contact. Just going to take their time here with the penalty. Every penalty is going to run the clock down. There's Billy Smith. He's been massive for New South Wales today. That's going to draw this game to a close. New South Wales going to take a 2-goal win against the Victorians. Contact called. Ben Hamer. Pentoni's got an after the siren shot that won't.
We've got an obstruction call, so he's got a free shot here.
Free shot to change this lead to 1.
He
does so, but a 1-goal win for New South Wales. What a game it was. Gee, my heart is still racing. I don't know about yours, Sarah. I can't imagine the people on court.
Great. That was a great finish to that game.
So New South Wales improved their record to 2 wins and a loss. Victoria go to 2-2, and the standings of this division have just tightened up all the more. So South Australia will go ahead to 8 points and lead this championship for the mixed open, but about 3 different teams sit on 4 points, Sarah. It's going to be an interesting week to close out for the mixed open. Who was your best on court today, Sarah?
I have to say, you can't go past that defensive end. I think pretty close between Nelson and Ford. I think they absolutely did a ton of work out there. But then also from New South Wales, Ben Hamer, he came on and he was the difference in that last quarter, in my opinion. What about for you, Taryn?
It's a tough call across all the defenders. I believe everyone was right on. But I think Jared Pentoni really came on in that last quarter and made a hell of an impact. Gave his team That's the best chance of winning. Unfortunately, they couldn't get over the line, but at the end of the day, what a performance by both mixed teams, and it's going to be an interesting one to see when these two teams meet again.
Definitely.
But that leaves us finished for the coverage for this game today. So a good win for New South Wales. Got over the line 36-35. Thank you for joining in, and we're excited to keep you for... It's going to be an exciting game in the under-17s division on this Quarter 11 between Victoria and South Australia. But in the meantime, Sarah and I are going to have a rest, and we will see you next time.
See ya.